I have a 3-part podcast. It's a little different. I've never done a threefer before. I've done a back-to-back where I do 2 topics in one episode. I've never done 3 individual podcasts, all back-to-back, all at the same time, because of the amount of a shit show that's been going on in the world. It's kind of a fuckery, really. So, this recent one, I'm going to open this I was about to call this Drink a Fucking Podcast, because I've been doing so many of these fucking things. So, Kiwifarms, for those of you who don't know, and this is the purpose of this podcast tonight, they're pissed off. And for good reason. Joshua Moon, the owner and founder of the website, which originally its intention was to fuck with Chris Chan, as everyone would know before his sex change and all that. I don't even know what he goes by right now. I still think it's Chris Chan. I mean, whatever name he goes by, I don't particularly want to shame either name, but I'll just go with what I originally knew he was called by. But CWC, Kristen Weston Chandler, eventually I'm going to do a podcast on him for his court case, because the guy is, I mean, I get that he's mentally disabled, but like, the shit that he does is fucking comedic gold to the internet. That's why that entire Kiwifarms website even exists to begin with, because it's fucking hilarious. I feel like that the website was founded on nothing but hilarity, but in private, behind the scenes on Kiwifarms, I know a lot of people in Kiwifarms I've known and spoken to over the years. There is a mixture of good and bad apples in Kiwifarms. There's people that are going around fucking, since 4chan used to be the place where people would dump docs to fucking send hate speech and people to, bother and whatnot, and they would, formulate raids together. Like, one such example of a raid that 4chan had a little bit of involvement with, but it wasn't so much as a raid, and, it was, Ghost True Capitalist Radio. I really respect Ghost. As a radio talk show host and call-in host, I know the engineer's fake and all that, but, off topic, I feel like that guy's hilarious, but 4chan did, in fact, fuck with him on multiple occasions. Eventually, he just said, you know what? I like this. Guys, keep coming. He liked the trolling that came his way, and he made it his, and then he started mocking them, and it went in waves. And that's when the internet got its kicks out of the True Capitalist Radio, and that's how it got popularized. But in recent years, 4chan is just not the place to go. It is Kiwifarms. There's other places that you could go to, and other communities and other Discord servers that are really, really private that go around doxing. There's even some that have fucking FBI in there. I've been invited to about two different Discord servers that not only have doxing and illegal shit going on, but have the FBI in it as well. One such example is God Gang. I don't really go in there all that often, because I feel like it's kind of like a fucking weird shit show of just people that are really weird, even in the voice chats. But I have some friends in there, and, it's not as important. I'm not going to shame all of God Gang for whatever they do, because not everybody is a bad apple, is what I'm trying to get at. Same thing with Kiwifarms. In Kiwifarms, they have like a Minecraft community and all this shit. And if you go on Twitter right now and you type in Kiwifarms, you will see people mentioning Cloudflare. Oh, good job, Cloudflare. You followed the activists. You took down Kiwifarms from the protection. I think Cloudflare kind of fucked up. Like, they're paying for a service to have their own website protected from other cyber attacks and shit. Like, there are legitimate people that use the website, and then there's illegitimate ones. Instead of going after the entire website's protection, why not just go after the website owner and tell them, look, we want information on this. Stop ignoring it. Like, there's people that, unfortunately, that I even know that have had their docs put up there, and I don't even know how the fuck it ended up there. Like, it's kind of a fucking comic strip at this point when I go to look at that website. I feel like it's made up of all the old 4chaners that unfortunately just never kind of grew up out of their own little hemisphere of shit, that they realized that there's no place for them outside of the internet. There's no, like, the only thing they can get is probably a fucking Mickey D's show. And, I don't blame I don't blame them for doing it because honestly, our economy and our job environment really is kind of fucked too. But I don't feel like Cloudflare, in no manner at all, should have removed Kiwifarms from the platform, like from their service. I feel like that is possibly the stupidest reason to ever remove it is because some activist is saying some shit online. That's catering to essentially the same as terrorism. I'm not going to say that this activist, this angry trans activist was, completely wrong or in the right. I'm not going to fucking make a judgment on that because I don't know all their information. It could be a gaslight for all you guys know. You don't know what's true and what's false. They're just saying what they're saying. It's like, oh, they did this to me, they did this to me. Well, I didn't see any proof. Maybe I didn't look hard enough, but I didn't see any fucking proof. I just seen people complaining on Twitter. And maybe they won't post that information because it's already containing their information and they want their privacy. But again, this is kind of a weird fucking skit to where why are we at this point where instead of going after Cloudflare, you won't go after the head honcho of Kiwi, Joshua Moon. Now, Joshua Moon cannot manage every single individual person on their fucking website. Just like, for example, Mark Zuckerberg couldn't take care of every individual fucking user on Facebook because there's fucking billions of fucking Facebook accounts. You would be sitting there every single day moderating with a team of 1,000+ people, 30-some thousand maybe, just to moderate all that shit on a daily basis and have to pay those people. I mean, honestly, it's kind of fucking nightmarish when you think about it. But not everybody wants to moderate. They don't feel like they have to moderate. And in the golden age of the internet, which is currently right now, where cyber laws and shit are currently in the middle of being formed, and there are now internet posses and these fucking gaslighting activists that completely destroy not only the streaming community, but they destroy not the retro community of gaming. They destroy the fucking the social lives of the people that are within those circles, and it's kind of insane. Like, think about how Christian in 2007, as a comic strip artist, doing some disgusting fucking Sonic Chew thing, right? Imagine when he was doing that. Imagine back in the day when he was doing that. People were fucking with him on a daily basis. People were messing with that poor guy on a daily fucking basis. Now, if they were messing with him on a daily basis, I could understand him being upset and him fighting against the trolls and them building a whole website, and then it would become a joke. But he was already mentally stupid. I'm not going to sit here and defend Christianity because this guy's fucked. I mean, he's in jail right now and for very good fucking reason. But, like, come on, man. Like, there's a point in time where we eventually got to be like, you know what? The joke's over. I'm kind of bored. This joke's not funny anymore. But a whole community built itself around that entire skit. And, well, that's great. I just personally feel like that, that community should just turn into a different community. It probably has. There's probably been multiple instances where groups have formed off of fucking Kiwifarms and have branched off into other Discord servers. And, congrats to you if you're just going out there playing games and fucking Minecraft and whatnot. Chill on you. I full on support you. It's great. What I don't think is okay is the activists that are going online, be it gaslighting or whatever, are going through this fucking crazy witch hunt and not even going after Joshua Farms or the assholes that are doing it in Kiwifarms or demanding those names. The people that post on Kiwifarms that post this shit, they have usernames. Why is it that when I search Kiwifarms on Twitter, I don't see anything regarding those usernames? I just see, Cloudflare, we want to take Cloudflare down. They're assholes. They're protecting this. Cloudflare isn't protecting that shit. They're protecting the website from fucking DDoS attacks, which is distributed denial of fucking service attacks, which usually come from multiple computers to crash the website. So all you realistically did was make the website more prone to crashing from outside sources that probably don't like Kiwifarms, which is usually the case with DDoS attacks. Now, do I think that this activist or whatever, this trans activist had a right, this Cleffa or whatever, had a right, or Cleffel, I don't know the pronunciation of the name, I didn't really read it. Do I think that they had a right to protest to Kiwifarms? Yes. Do I think that they had a right, or be in the right to protest against Cloudflare? Fuck no. I think it was possibly the dumbest thing that they've ever done, because now they've not only pissed off more fucking trolls, because now their website, their favorite little yucky website that they go to, is now prone to cyber attacks. You've ultimately just punched a fucking hornet's nest. Like, I don't see why I go that way. Just go directly for the route. Go for the stem of the hornet's nest, which is the fucking user, not the goddamn whole website that's protecting all the shit. Like, you gotta go through the right route. And I just feel like after, the weeks or so of seeing this, and as I said, I've known some of the people within Kiwifarms, I find it very insane. I find it very insane that Kiwifarms, for years now, for 9 years, has gotten away with, allowing doxing and all that shit to be posted on their website. A few of the friends that I know have their docs posted on there for no reason. They're ex-friends now. I don't speak to them. I don't know how their shit ended up on there. Just fucking one day showed up because people don't like them. Because this is what happened for me, and this is what I think happened. I advocated against about 3 or 4 people online. I said, hey, look, I don't want anything to do with you because you're involved in fucking child luring and cybercrime and this shit, and look, I don't want anything to do with you. I don't want that kind of optic or image that I'm associated with that. I keep to myself. I know what the fuck's going on in the world. I'm wide awake. I know what the fuck is going on. So I think some fucking fanboys or something out of the 5K subs and the 80-some people that watch me on a daily basis or whatever are probably sitting there and they're wondering. And again, this is midnight, so I don't have any viewership right now, but not as big. But what I'm trying to get at, I think, and this is I firmly believe, I feel like one of my own fans probably put that up there, and if they did, that has no connection to me. Unfortunately, that's how the internet fucking works. Now, I know that the individuals that I had mentioned that are involved in that shit were directly involved in it by knowing only things that me and the individual would know. So when that gets out to another individual, I know that it's connected between 1 and 2. It's very simplistic to know where bullshit leads and where it starts. But I am not, in any manner whatsoever, involved in any sort of doxing. I'm not involved in any sort of cybercrime. I'm not involved in any kind of weird shit or gaslighting that Kiwifarms would possibly do to myself or anybody else I would know. The thing that I'm trying to get at is I actually support some of the nice people in Kiwifarms, but I don't support the questionable veiny shit that goes on in the backgrounds. Like, I think at some point I saw a famous streamer had their docs put up on Kiwifarms for absolutely no reason, and then there's people that are claiming that they've been harassed from their docs so much to the point where they actually committed suicide, and there's been complaints of suicide from harassment on the platform. But I like it when social media says on the platform. Where on the platform, though? This is what happens on this platform. Here's the website, right? And then they have this list. Here's the docs. Here's your shit. You'll say some witty fucking comment down below, and that's it. The harassment happens off the platform. The information's just there for you to grab if you wanted to fuck with them. That's how trolling would typically work. In this day and age, however, it's like the equivalent of this shit, especially in doxing when you're going to stream, and I'm avidly against this. I feel like this is the fucking stupidest thing in this kind of cancel culture that we're in, to where somebody, and it's the equivalent of if you worked an IRL job. It would be the equivalent if I came to your workplace, pulled out a sign, like a protest sign, that had your full name, your address, your age, all that shit, your ASL basically, and I go, hey, I think this person is X, fuck them, kick them from your business, stop making money, and financially ruin that person's life. That is the equivalent of the fucking doxing on stream, the type of shit that I am 110 fucking % against, because That's affecting a financial life. Okay? Some people are trying to make careers and such. Open businesses and do a stock exchange. Any of these things, realistically, is what matters to a person. Their future development. Unfortunately, that is completely and utterly fucking destroyed by the one singular fact that there's no actual regulation currently in a place. There is laws that have been developed across states that are being worked on every few years, but there's no federal watch on every single thing. Now, I'm not saying the government should be watching every little fucking thing that we do, but that doesn't mean that there shouldn't be a consequence for half the shit that goes on the internet. There should be more consequences put into place if you continue harassment more than a few times or threaten several people with fucking, I'm going to show up at your house all over the year. I'm going to come to your house. I'm going to send the fucking SWAT team to your house. There needs to be more legal ramification, like, immediately. No fucking court case, no police, it needs to be immediate. I think these social media platforms like YouTube and Twitch need to immediately step the fuck in. I think they need to step the fuck in and immediately contact law enforcement. And pull all that user's information and have the police at their doorstep. I think that would fucking solve a lot of problems on the internet. Especially all this harassment to the point where people are committing suicide. I think that is fucked. Now, this is one of the only podcasts on the internet where you will hear the absolute fucking truth from a standardized 30-year-old that has seen the stupidest shit on the fucking planet. I.e. Maris Memes, the owner of the SuchBullshit Podcast, but just as episode 30. Now, as much as I've tried to advocate that at the start, I didn't do so. I just wanted to fucking make a point here and say that, to the good people at Kiwifarms that are just relaxing, they're doing their own thing, they're playing video games, and, they're just there for some of the memes and such, and the jokes, and the fun times. I'm not saying get out now, you can stay in your circles, do what you want, but, keep your eyes open for a lot of this shit, and try not to get caught up in it. So, that's all I wanted to say. If people do get caught up, unfortunately, eventually, I feel like fucking cybercrime is going to be an all-time high, and in the future, there's going to be more restrictions placed on the fucking internet. No, that's the case, but I'm not going to be sitting here and having any involvement with it whatsoever for the sake of not only my personal well-being, my family, my friends, my loved ones, my wife. Like, you think that people should be fucking having their docs posted online and swat it? No, I feel like, and I've even spoken to my attorney recently for another matter of perjury. I feel like it's very, very disgusting, the fact that we are at a point where people's information can end up online for absolutely no reason, and then gaslighting occur. Or the docs is gaslighted and faked, or manipulated in some way for the benefit of another person. I feel like it's so fucking childish. I feel like anybody that has involvement with this, I feel like their balls haven't dropped. I feel like they haven't gone to the point where they can be a better person for themselves. If you got involvement with those kind of people, cut them. Cut them from your life. You'll feel like such a fucking better person for it. I felt like a better fucking person for it, believe me. Some others don't. And now they're fucking worried about what's going on. Unfortunately, that's the case what's going on right here, right now, at Kiwifarms. Joshua Moon is currently in the shit because he was allowing shit to go on. And unfortunately, all the bullshit that happened on Twitter right now, which I don't know why Kiwifarms and the Cloudflare trend is not showing up. It's another invisible trend. I don't know why Twitter hides trends, but it's fucking trending right now, so do take a look at that. I'm going to start my next podcast now, which, again, I said that I was doing a threefer. So this podcast episode was just a really short 20-minute one. I'm going to knock all these out in 20 minutes each. Rather than speak for an hour to 2 hours and have people tell stories, I'd rather just give my 20-minute idea and opinion and let the world know. So my next one that I'm going to do, I'm going to end my stream and do it. It's going to be talking about the Twitch response, or Twitch respond, which I think is fucking stupidly funny. There are responses and memes all over Twitter, and it's also being hidden right now. If you go on Twitter and type in hashtag Twitch respond, it's just filled with a bunch of fucking zany shit right now and memes talking about Narcissa Wright, which is the next podcast title I'm going to get into. So I'm going to end my podcast right here and then restart it with the new title. One moment. Take care, everyone. And this was Such Bullshit Podcast, episode 30.